Hello and welcome to the Football Talk podcast. It's live this time on YouTube, and joining me is the miraculously lovely Josh Cool.
What?
There we go.
Now, why is it miracle not lovely? Why?
Well, you look like a dick, but you're not. So.
Hey, whoa!
Stop
Hold on.
it. So.
It's just because of lockdown. I just can't.
Yeah.
No, I'm actually going to grow this out. I'm going to keep going. It's going to hopefully look like more because there's no sides, which is annoying.
The classic.
Kids don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? Maybe that's why my dad used to fashion a goatee because he knew he couldn't grow it in the cheeks. But no, I'm going to keep it going. The hair is.
It's crazy, man.
Long.
That is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the situation in Singapore then? Are you able to go to hairdressers?
No,
at the
I've
moment?
been shut
is
now.
that
So
lockdown?
it's in lockdown now. So I got the last one done the day before they shut. So.
Yeah, I needed a haircut. I was going to get a haircut the weekend it locked down, so I'm very, very much overdue.
Awesome. Well, hopefully we have people live and watching. If not, it's all going to be on a video anyway. Say hello to Ross because he's in the chat. So hi, Ross. Thank you for joining us.
Hello.
So it's going to be the normal format. It's just that we're trying a live sort of event way of doing it now because, the last live event we did was spectacular. So, I mean, we can definitely match
We
that.
enjoyed it so much, we thought we'd continue it, except a lot less alcohol because I'm actually still a little bit scared of alcohol after that. Because I was thinking the other day, imagine if the cameras kept rolling for another literally half hour, you'd have seen me probably live on camera. I'm going to try and keep this kind of family friendly because obviously we're at midday. You never know. There may be you know dads watching with their kids or anything. So, but yeah, I didn't feel well after having a few too many shandies. Yeah.
Well, we covered that last week, the repercussions of the quiz. So
Yeah.
I mean, let's crack straight into it. News, Josh. News. Hit me.
News. Okay. There was the E Premier League. Did you watch any of it, Dave?
I haven't watched any of the E-Premier League, no.
So on PlayStation, on FIFA, all 20 clubs, and each person represented their own club. There was two kind of celebs. I think one was Tom Grennan. I'm not sure who the other one was, but yeah, each player had a representative. Do you know who Man United's representative was? I can't remember off the top of my head.
No.
Tottenham had Moussa Sissoko, so really throwing out the big guns.
Okay.
But yeah, apparently it was a success. I haven't watched it. I've caught a little. I didn't watch it live. I caught up with it, but I thought it was quite a nice way to go about things. The winner was Diego Jota of Wolves beating Trent Alexander-Arnold in the final.
Okay.
One of the standout moments for me was Andre Gomez, who claimed beforehand he'd first picked up a PlayStation and FIFA a week before and beaten Reece James of Chelsea 8-0, which is just, not someone you ever want to see live on camera.
Isn't that the thing where you have to post it on Facebook then to say, I'm embarrassing and it's all gone wrong?
It gets to that level, does it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I quite like the idea of it. And there's Dwight McNeil got beaten in the final. Raheem Sterling did quite well. But no, I thought it was quite a nice... it's the future in terms of esports is very up and coming, isn't it? And the players involved with it. And it's a bit harsh if you're having to represent your own club because I felt a bit sorry for Diego Jota versus Trent Alexander-Arnold. It's Wolves versus Liverpool. I'm not sure how well they are in the game, but I would imagine Liverpool got a better side.
Yeah, I know on FIFA, in like a career mode, if you put it on the top level, basically Liverpool and Man City don't lose any games other than when they play each other. So.
Oh really?
Yeah. So apparently it's
Lawrence's predictions, is it?
Yeah.
Lawrence predicting on BBC is like if he did a league table of it, Liverpool go unbeaten every single year.
Exactly. Yeah.
He can't bring himself to admit that Liverpool could potentially lose a match. Yeah.
Bloody hell! But talking about esports and football games, Josh, you had a bit of a disaster with Pro Evo.
Yeah.
You came in all Billy Big Balls, being like, "I'll beat you, smash the granny out of you, annihilate you."
Still fully believe it. Still fully believe it, Dave. Unfortunately, my computer's not good enough for me. It'll be holding me back.
Okay, held back by the hardware.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Fair enough. Anyway, on to, let's say, proper football news then. So I want to touch on Eredivisie. Holland have officially now null and void their season, affecting all levels of Dutch football. So, thoughts? Is it the first of many? Is it...
It sets an interesting precedent, doesn't it? So, obviously, this means there's no promotion, no relegation, and European places are based on where they finished. It was quite top of the type of league. So Ajax and I think it was AZ were. I think Ajax were top on goal difference. Alan Pardew's Den Haag survived. Rumour has it he was due to have £100,000 bonus payout, but he's quashed those rumours that he'll be getting that. Although he's kind of led them. He's kind of led the club to maybe give it to him now. It's like, well, if I got it, I'd obviously return it, or I'd give it to charity. It's kind of like, well, if that money doesn't go to charity now, it looks bad on Den Haag.
Yeah.
They just keep it. But the biggest loser was, I can't remember the name of the side.
Camber in the second division.
Camber, yeah. And they were like 11 points clear, and the manager is clearly fuming.
Yeah, it's not just, I'd imagine, I'd say the whole country, the whole club and the chairman and everything like that. But this is where it gets very complicated because obviously every European league is joined between the top division and then all the divisions down, whereas the Premier League is separate. And we talked about this, like the Premier League reports to the FA, but it's not aligned at the FA. It's not in control of the English Football League. That's a separate tier. So it's a very interesting system. But do you think other leagues will follow suit and say, because on the flip side of it, you've got the Bundesliga saying, you know, our players are going to be in training and we're looking at a potential restart in middle of May.
Yeah, I was reading some things like, no relationships with your partner if they have any symptoms, no room service at the hotel. You must keep track of family members. They're kind of like the Bundesliga had outlined some rules and regulations. And the Liga was set to get put up there all the players to be tested, but they kind of postponed that because not even all the frontline medical staff have been tested. It's a bit... there's a bit of a sour taste in the mouth. But
so we have a question very quickly. Have Belgium announced it? I don't think they have they? I think it's only Holland.
No,
okay. But it's very interesting with how other leagues could now go, well, we'll just follow suit. And
well, absolutely. It makes it easier because they're like, well, we're following suit here, and as in law, it sets a precedent, doesn't it? And I mean, so it's going to be if this happens in the Premier League. I mean, I imagine Liverpool fans will be fuming.
Leeds
obviously. Fans will be fuming. Now, as a Spurs fan, I'm torn because obviously Spurs will be in. I can't remember. Honestly, I don't even remember the league table now. We weren't doing well. We were like 8th or 9th, something like that.
You're out of Europe.
Wasn't our great season. Yeah, we'll be out of Europe. But the selfish kind of side of me is kind of like, well, it's softened. If Liverpool don't win the league, it's somewhat softened. Here we go. We're all in it together, guys. I don't get Champions League, but I don't know. And then you go on to the next season, you think, well, you know, I've had a few friends go, well, what's the matter? I mean, Liverpool will still be able to win next year. I'm like, it's going to be a tougher ask next year.
I think it will, I think it will be.
Get yourself up and running for it again. You got Man City will know what is required of them. You've got Man United obviously will be a more force to reckon with. I think they've been kind of flourishing. You've got the African nations, which is, I mean, maybe it is set to happen in kind of winter 2021, isn't it? And which will obviously impact Liverpool, probably the worst out of the top side. So it's not going to be an easy ride for them.
It's not.
I can't. I just think the money involved in the English league, I think there'll be because obviously the promoted sides like the Leeds and West Broms as well would set to what? It's like hundreds of million. I know, like in the 100 million, isn't it? The Premier League promotion.
It's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I think, you know, there's chat around having an average points per position system to calculate where you would actually end up finishing, so that Sheffield United, for example, don't get screwed over. But a part of me is just like
very little. I mean, Aston Villa won't get any benefit because it changes very little apart from Aston United, doesn't it?
Yeah. And it's like there's the part of me is just like, just give it to Liverpool, right? Because what were they, like 2 games away from winning it or something, 2 or 3 games away from actually winning it? Just give it to Liverpool, and then finish. Just say in the Championship, everybody that's in the playoffs at the moment has to play the playoffs, and then have a big playoff, which is the bottom 3 of the Premier League, against the 3 in the Championship, play each other in a head-to-head, and then you sort out who comes up and who goes down.
Oh my goodness, Dave. Well, this is the thing we're working with. There's so much. I mean, but you've drawn the line at Liverpool. I mean, you've drawn the line at that point. I mean, there must be other teams who are vying for promotion. Like, where do you draw the line? Yeah, I say just Just cut it off. Just
let
it be.
Null and void it.
Just nullify. Let's move on. There's more important things in football.
Well, are you saying null and void it, or are you saying end it now? Because there's a difference. Because Eredivisie they haven't voided it because they have voided the league, but they're taking their current positions for Europe next season.
Whereas I'm happy to replicate. Because obviously you could go null and void it. Spurs will still be in the Champions League. I mean, that sounds pretty good.
Exactly.
That option, please, David. Yes, I've got one order of that.
Let's make that happen. We've got a comment again from Ross. His wife says that Josh looks like Jimmy Neutron. Do you know who that is?
No, but because I imagine my hair is...
Then he says Google it. So it's a cartoon character.
Boy Genius, wasn't it?
Jimmy Neutron. I don't know. I have no idea. But so the other thing, obviously...
The hair. My hair's like this. This is... There you go.
Can you not get Tron to just... like, straight line?
I've offered to cut my kids' hair, but that's been rebuked, so no one's getting near my hair.
Okay, right, okay. So obviously other things that come out of this in the news as well from the COVID stuff is that Ed Woodward has come out and said all this talk of like multi-100 million pound transfers is just rubbish because no one knows and understands the situation at clubs. You're an accountant.
Oh, absolutely.
Tell me. Tell me about it.
That's rubbish, but it doesn't mean those players won't still want to move.
Yeah,
You're
no, but I think
rebasing the level of transfer fee, not the players who have moved. Like the Neymar would still crave a move to Barcelona. It just won't be for 200 million. It'll be for something much more palatable.
Yeah, okay. But I think that's what he was saying, and it's actually quite good for someone like Woodward, who's not held in the highest regard, let's say, by Man United fans and sort of football fans. But is it good in a way that he's come out? Because you still get all the media rumours and the BBC Sport rumour page and Football 365 rumours.
Have you been paying attention to that rumour page, by the way, Dave? Have you had a little look over?
We'll get onto that in a minute, yeah. We'll get onto that in a minute. But I think it's quite good for someone that is in that level of the boardroom in a big club to be like, they're all rubbish. That is all nonsense. You can't listen to it or read it and pay attention to it. So I did like that.
Newspapers just want to sell the stories, and I mean, there will be a loss of revenue for the clubs, and loss of revenue means cutting costs, well, where they can, they'll do it outside of the playing element of it, frontline operations. But they will have to impact it because it's going to be vast sums of money.
Yeah, true. We've got.
But as I said, like. It would just be which club folds first. Which club goes, I've got a really want-away player. I'm going to have to accept half of what I've got him. I mean, it's just like you don't want to sell your house after a housing crash, but things need to keep moving, don't they?
Yeah. Aston Villa, Jack Grealish, I reckon, will be the first ones to.
Yeah, it will, especially if they get. Well, yeah, it depends on the outcome of the league, but they are in financial strife and they will need whatever they can get for him. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Woodward should remember that clubs like PSG and Man City run in different ways to the rest of the clubs. That's true, but to an extent they've been hit as well because they're all owned by basically oil barons and the price of oil has gone negative. So
absolutely, yeah.
It's
but also, financial fair play will still... You can only declare what you've got as revenue. Their revenues have been reduced, so financial fair play will just constrict it all.
Yeah, very true. Although Man City don't care about that, so...
yes, I mean, if it's implemented.
Yeah. Other things in the news? Well, I've had an item. Have you got anything else that's caught your eye?
I wanted to shout out to Aymeric Laporte. You see this in the news?
Nope.
I'm not sure what much. I think it was in the tens of thousands. But
nice.
just to see that and go, you don't have to give away your. Because his son has passed away, so it'll be a memory for him. So a very nice gesture from Aymeric Laporte. Which is better than you can say for how some players behave themselves. We have the Carl Walkers and Moise Keanes of this world just tearing it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Live and love to the full.
What happens? This is the first time we're doing this, so...
I fully expect it to go very wrong.
Yeah.
So if it's not going very wrong, I'm happy.
If you're experiencing buffering, we apologise, and you'll catch up and hear that apology. So, but yeah, I think the only other thing in the news that I wanted to touch on is the whole Newcastle takeover debate, because obviously now people have weighed in and said the piracy element of the TV in Saudi Arabia, and it's the Saudis royal family part of it that's looking to invest in Newcastle and buy the club. I find it interesting that it's the BN Sports owner who's raised this. Because obviously BN Sports is the broadcaster that's broadcasting it live in Saudi Arabia, but apparently Saudi Arabia has its own privacy thing where it just takes the signal and then gives it to everyone for free, illegally.
Okay.
But BN Sports is also the people that own the rights to Ligue 1. So they negotiate independently with each club in Ligue 1. So the owner of BN Sports is also the owner of PSG. So the owner of BN Sports is negotiating with PSG, who's the club he owns, for the individual club of that rights to be shown on BN Sports. So
That's
I don't. Does he?
That's not impacted financial fair play at all. There's no money, extra money gone there.
Exactly. Does he really have a leg to stand on when it comes to arguing about takeovers of clubs and stuff?
I'm not sure any of the uber wealthy have any level of criticism they can offer against the others. It's just some form of jealousy and trying to maintain their dominance, isn't it?
Exactly. But have you got a thought on? Sorry, I'm just trying to do a little bit of editing on the fly. It's probably not very fly, but have you got any thoughts on the Newcastle takeover? We touched on it last week. It looks to be serious. It does look to be serious, and it's moving at a pace. But what are your thoughts on it?
Do you know what? I didn't mind it until I read the gossip column that said Mauricio Pochettino being earmarked as manager. I was like, you dare. I can't, because that would be a really good move for him. I can actually, and when I could see it, I thought it's that passionate man in a passionate city. I can really, it struck a chord with me. I was like, I can actually see this happening. I can see Poch in Newcastle bringing a good time back. And do you know what? It made me feel a bit sad, but then I want to see him get success. I don't mind the kind of, it's inevitable. I obviously, I would rather every club was like in kind of like the German method, the joint stake, and you don't have oil-rich companies or uber-rich kind of sugar daddies. But it's going to happen.
You got Red Bull.
Yeah, you have got the Red Bull.
There's always ways around it.
I'd rather it was all nice and clean. It's not a level playing field. I'm not going to be able to do anything about it. So it's a different, exciting venture. Like we'll see Newcastle buy some interesting players. We'll have some better players if it happens. Better players coming to the league, and it'll be interesting, won't it?
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
Yeah, fair enough. We've got a question just about BN Sports. Do they have a stake in Real Madrid, or was it just a shirt sponsor? I think it was a shirt sponsor, but they have rights to the La Liga TV rights as well, so there can be individual club negotiations. So they probably pay Real Madrid a hell of a lot of money to show the Real Madrid game. But any other news for you, Josh?
I had a couple. It must be slow. So there's a couple of players have spoken about former managers, and it just both made me chuckle. So this is a player. I don't know. It's probably too difficult a quiz to get involved with. So I'll just give you outright. So do you remember Didier Degarde, probably an FM favourite actually, the defensive midfielder? Yeah. He spoke about Gordon Strachan. He said, I never understood Gordon Strachan with a Scottish accent. I left for Nice because I didn't understand what he was saying to me. Honestly, I think he was talking nonsense because we were very good before he came. And then we couldn't stop losing.
That's amazing. That's brilliant.
He's not wrong, to be fair. So obviously Strachan left Celtic to go. I think this is how it works. Strachan left Celtic to go to Borough, and then Tony Mowbray when was in charge of Celtic. Gordon Strachan bought loads of ex-Celtic players, Scottish players. We had Barry Robson, Scott McDonald's, Willow Floods. Is it Barry Robson? I want to say Barry Robson in there, and did poorly, and then was replaced by Tony Mowbray, who just sold those players. It's like, that's never going to be a success, and absolutely spaffed all the parachute payments up the wall, and was not a great success. And the other one was Morton Camps Pedersen. I was about to say friend of a show, but I think we both like him.
I think it's friend more. We'll call him a friend of the show. Why not? Yeah.
We're friendly towards him. On Paul Ince's management style, he joined in on trainings and would kick down players and plant elbows. We didn't stop playing until his team had won. You don't want 25 minutes in the red zone the day before a game. I don't think Football Management was for him.
Well, to be fair,
Again,
I think the stats
I
would back that up.
can
The stats would back it up
Yeah.
that Football Management
Not-
isn't for Paul Ince.
Yeah, not a friend of the show. I'm not a fan of Paul Ince. I don't trust him.
No,
He
it's-
looks shifty.
Answer to a quiz question I had today. So, Paul Ince?
Question being, who don't you trust? Looks shifty.
No, I'd probably have higher people on my list than that. Josh Cool would be near the top, definitely. Look at that face. So, who was the first black player to captain England? Paul Ince?
Well, actually, I thought that was representing England. Viv Anton, I would have gone for, but I think it might have been a peer for England.
I was all over the place. I said Cyril Regis, who was neither the first black player to represent England or the first black player to captain England. So I was just wrong on all accounts.
But outstanding player.
Yeah, exactly. So, right, at this point of the show, have you got any other news, Josh, before I go off on a tangent?
No, I'm done with you. I've scraped that all dry.
Cool, because there is literally no football news, really, other than what we've talked about this week. So, what I will say now, if you've got questions for Josh and I, please do leave them in the live comments. If not, put them in the comments below if you're watching this on a catch-up video. And the same with SoundCloud as well. We get the comments on SoundCloud and Spotify, so you can listen to us there and catch up when we do that stuff as well. And we'll reply to every comment we get, which is really, really good. So we'll leave it there for the questions and we'll come back to them if there's any left. And if there isn't, I'll edit this bit out so it's not embarrassing. But
Lovely.
Josh, you know what time it is? This is live on air now.
Ooh la 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 la. Ooh la 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 la. Ooh la 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 la. It's quizzing time. That is what I normally do, just without a camera in front of me.
Yeah, and what's best about that, Josh, is that you've carried on doing your little dance, and it's pretty much just for me, because the way I've edited this on OBS and I've got my little transitions is it brings up our Football Talk podcast thumbnail. So you've just done a personal little dance for me.
Oh, private dance. Tip me well, Dave. Tip me well.
I will. So, the quiz is on screen for everybody to see on the YouTube channel. But we also need to vocalise it, Josh. So, take it away.
Right. So, I quiz Dave every week, and it's a bit hit and miss, you'd say, wouldn't you, Dave? I'd say. Yeah.
I'd say I'm either really good or really shit. There's no in the middle.
Yeah, that's almost the definition of hit or miss.
Touche. Yeah.
What you see in front of you are the kind of best debut seasons. The question is, can you name every non-British player to score 15 plus goals in their first ever Premier League campaign?
Probably not. But
you'll give it a good go, won't you, Dave?
I'll give it a good go. So, we have...
Well, obviously, spoon feed you along the way when you're struggling.
Thank you. It goes in every single Premier League season up until 2016-17, which is odd because it's now 2020. So no one else.
What if no one had a debut season scoring 15 goals, Dave?
Very true. Very true. I'll let you off.
They may have done. I didn't.
So, 92 to 93 French international.
Yes.
Don't know that one. I feel like it should be really obvious.
Eric
Cantona. Eric Cantona.
Should
obviously.
be.
Yeah.
Oh!
Eric
Here we
Cantona.
go.
Obviously, yeah, obviously. Eric Cantona.
Correct.
Germany, 94-95. Klinsmann.
Oh, straight off the bat.
Norway, 96-97. No, it won't be Solskjaer, not in 97. Is it Solskjaer?
Oh, it's Solskjaer.
Yeah, okay. Italy, 96-97. Zola.
No, I went with Zola as well, because I've played this myself. This, I would put hands down as one of the weirdest transfers ever, because the guy won the Champions League and scored in the Champions League final in obviously the spring, the summer, and then transferred to this club in the Premier League. So he won it for Juventus and then transferred to the Premier League the following season. For a struggling side, I'd say.
No, come back to that. We'll come back to that one.
Okay.
97-98 Netherlands. Ruud Gullit?
No, this guy was... I mean, I'm a big fan of his striker, and probably doesn't have the stats to back up the Harry Kanes and the Agueros of his now, but he had a rocket of a right and left
Jimmy
foot.
Floyd.
Really.
Jimmy Floyd.
Yes.
Yeah, rocket of a right foot. 98-99 Colombia, Faustino Asprilla.
See, that's exactly where I went.
Oh,
This
no.
one blew
Juan
my
Pablo
mind.
Angel.
Again, not right. So
Oh.
I remember Juan Pablo. I remember listening to Gillette Soccer Saturday, and I need to find some stats to back this up. It might be pre-stats, but in Juan Pablo Angel, I think his debut with Villa was against Man United. I remember the commentator saying he did not touch the ball in this match.
See, I always had a real soft spot for Juan Pablo Angel, and he was always my go-to signing on Champ Manager. Maybe 01, 02, 04?
I feel like you've got a soft spot for the kind of American Hispanic culture in general, Dave. I'd say.
Yeah, they're flair players, aren't they? They always bring a bit of entertainment. So
You'd say Juan Pablo Angel's flair?
well, he scored some bangers. So
and he had a hairband.
and he had a hairband,
flair.
long hair. In those days, Josh, that was flair. Long hair and a
Okay.
hairband. Anyway, got distracted.
No,
98.
So 98-99 Colombia. I remember this guy again plays for the same club as your Italian actually. This guy, I remember him scoring a brace against Spurs with a really, and it's often the free kick where they go, you can't score from here because it's so straight, and he did a little flick header past, I imagine in those days, it'd been Neil Sullivan or something like that.
I'm just struggling to think of Colombian strikers that have played in the Premier League.
He's also got the surname, which is the name of a famous musical. No, his first name is the name of a famous musical, not his surname.
His first name is the name. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to it. 99-0-0 France has to be Thierry Henry, surely.
Yes.
2001-01 Australia is Mark Viduka.
Yes.
01-02 for Van Nistelrooy, obviously. Not getting that one wrong.
And Paul
Nigeria.
Scholes spoke about him the other day as one of the greatest striker who played in front of him, actually.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm not going to argue with that. Love him. He's definitely the best striker that's played in front of me. Love to say I've been supplying Van Nistelrooy with through balls, but no. 03-04 Nigeria. Now it can't be JJ. It's too old.
No, too many goals.
Yeah. Kanu?
No, that's a bit late for Kanu. Remember his debut season. So this guy, I think, would have been. I think he tore it up in like the Israeli league or something like that.
Can't be Obafemi. He didn't get that many goals.
No.
Oh, feed the yak.
Yes, Yakubu.
Yakubu.
Where was he? Do you remember where he was before? Portsmouth? Was it Israeli league or something like
I don't know.
Tel Aviv or something like that, I thought.
It feels like he would have
Hold on.
come from like Eredivisie in Holland. Like it feels like he would have come from there. It could be Israel though, or Greece. Where was he?
Let me.
We'll go back to.
I will.
Josh's googling face on the old YouTubes. Thank you for answering along, Ross, as well. It's much appreciated. Luckily, you're getting them in after I've already given the answer, so I'm not cheating. And I will cover up your answers.
Oh my goodness, Maccabi Haifa.
Oh, Josh on fire for his player knowledge of the yak. Okay, so 2006, 2007, South African.
Yeah.
18.
Some-
Benny McCarthy.
Benny McCarthy, yeah. What a first season.
Yeah, it was unbelievable for Blackburn, wasn't it?
It was for Blackburn, yeah. From Porto, I want to say, from Porto.
Yeah, I think it was Porto. And also, this live camera that obviously people can't see at the moment because I've got the quiz up, but it's showing you that I'm not cheating, which I quite like.
Yes, absolutely, yeah. That's why we did it, because I was dubious of Dave, and I was like, it can't be getting. Yeah.
So 07-08 Spain has to be Fernando Torres. Liverpool. Paraguay 07-08. The only one I can think of is Roque Santa Cruz.
Yeah, again for Blackburn, they had a little good spell. They did a their own mini Atletico Madrid by getting striker upon striker who could score goals.
Yeah.
That's stopped, isn't it?
2010-11 another Nigerian.
Yeah, I didn't get this one. Might find him in a car park near you.
What?
Now that may seem like I've implied that he likes to spend time in a car park for sordid reasons, whereas really it was to try and manufacture transfer moves.
Oh, The guy that went from... Is it... Oddem Wingy?
Oh, he gets it.
Yeah.
Oh, Wingy. Yes.
Bloody hell, yeah.
Now he I think came from Russia, didn't he? I think I'm going to go for not a CSKA. I'm going to go
Lokomotiv Moscow, I think it
for
was.
Lokomotiv.
Yeah, it was either Lokomotiv
right,
or CSK, I think. Or was it Spartak? No, what? It was a Moscow team. I don't know if it was... It might be Spartak, but... okay. 2011-2012 Argentina. Carlos Tevez.
No.
Oh, no, his debut season was West Ham, wasn't it? Yeah. 2011.
By the way, it was Lokomotiv Moscow. By the way,
it was okay. Aguero.
Yeah,
thank you, Josh. Yeah. Any chance you get, you put that in a podcast.
Pretty much, it says that way. Yeah.
2012-13 Belgium has got to be Lukaku because there isn't any much other strikers that are Belgian. So, is it not Lukaku?
It ain't Lukaku. It's a name which you'd be surprised to find on his list because he is super poor.
Fellaini.
No.
But I ticked all the boxes. Surprised on this list. Pretty poor.
Yeah, but this is a striker.
A Belgian striker. I was so confident it was Lukaku.
He scored some absolute belters in his time for this club and then for his next club. Can't really remember any belters for his current club. He's a current Premier League striker, Dave.
Oh my God, he's a current Premier League striker, Belgian.
Yeah, I mean...
It's not Batshuayi, is it?
No. You want to come back to it?
Oh, Christian Benteke.
It is
fucking
Benteke.
hell. Jesus Christ. That was
Still,
Crystal Palace, yeah.
His first season was Villa, wasn't it?
Villa, yeah.
Yeah, he's actually still living off that season. That's how he's still a footballer. No, this one. I didn't get this one. I kicked myself for it.
2012-13 Spain with 18 goals.
Good return.
Oh. I want to say it's got to be... no, come back to that one. Leave that one. I feel like it's in my knowledge brain somewhere.
You definitely know him.
Yeah, come back to that one. We'll come back to that one. 2013-14 Cote d'Ivoire Drogba.
Yeah, I went there as well, but it's far too late for Drogba.
Yeah, that's what I thought because Drogba moved to Chelsea when we went on holiday because it was in the back page of the paper, and we both agreed he'd be a flop because the French league's a farmers' league. So I remember that. Vividly.
Oh, that's the kind of insight you get, people. We know our stuff.
Exactly. Zaha.
No, but I don't mind the guess. At least he's from Ivory Coast. I didn't get this. I struggled to think of another Cote d'Ivoire striker.
Yeah. Come back to it. We'll come back to that one as well.
Come to it. Okay.
2014-15 Spain.
I did not get this.
Diego Costa.
I got confused. Yes, well done. There's too many Spanish. I was like, why are there so many Spanish players? I don't know.
Which is weird because my go-to for 2012-13 was going to be Costa, but it won't be him now. 2014-15 Chile has got to be Alexis Sanchez.
Yes, can I also pick up how you pronounce that country?
Chile. It's actually Chile. Yeah.
I thought it was just your Hispanic roots coming through again there. Chile. That's how the locals say it. Yeah.
2015-16. Oh, Nigerian striker. Who has recently had a top scoring or a very good Nigerian striker in 2015-16? I'm struggling with that one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Struggling with that one. We'll come back again. So 2016-17 Sweden, Zlatan.
Definitely.
Yeah. And you've got 2016-17 again.
Because two players can play in the same league, in the same season, and score 15 plus goals.
Oh, yeah, we've had that multiple times. I've not noticed that. Yeah, that's true. Okay, 2016-17 Spain. Oh, another Spanish guy. Morata?
No, not Morata. Okay, we'll leave that there. But I'll just give you a clue. So, of the club, so you've got 5 outstanding. You've got Italy in 96-97, Colombia in 98-99, Spain 12-13, Ivory Coast 13-14. Nigeria 15-16 and Spain 16-17. There are only 3 clubs involved in the sides that they've scored for. So your Italian and Colombian, same club. Your Spanish, Ivory Coast and Spanish, same club. And then your Nigerian, a separate club.
Spanish, Ivorian, Spanish. Okay. Should we come back to it at the end?
Yeah.
You'll have to remind me again about which ones we're missing.
Yeah, it's no problem. Get you a little bit of thinking on. And obviously, don't check the comments, Dave, in case we get any assistance.
No, I will. The only thing I'm going to say is the ones, because I've covered them up now with OBS so that I can't see them coming through. What I will say is everyone that was on there, Ross had it right. Ross got it right every time so far. So we'll go through it at the end and see how well he's done as well. But yeah, I mean, that's very, very tough. That's very tough. So a good quiz. I've got a few of them. I've got the majority. I'm happy so far, first round.
Yeah, so. No, it's not like me spoon feeding a toddler. You've actually eaten for yourself sometimes, yeah?
Yeah, good. Thank you. What do you want to go to next, Josh? I got a wiki file. Here comes a wiki file. I got a wiki file for you. Hey, okay, so on the screen for those on YouTube is the wiki file. Josh has had it sent to him previously. So say what you see, Josh, and if you see it, say it.
I see something I don't like, Dave. There's no foreign clubs involved. Dave's stuck to old Brexit Dave, as I like to call him, stuck to the... Well, not necessarily English, but we have a youth career, 95-98 Nottingham Forest. 5 years he spends senior career at Nottingham Forest, 98-03, 143 appearances, 7 goals. So we're not racking up the goals, we're kind of defender-level goals here, or maybe defensive midfielder. Anything attacking, you're going to be struggling to form a career. We then have 4 years at Southampton. We head south to Southampton, 03-07, 82 appearances, 3 goals. Struggled. He liked the we called him Nottingham the North or the Midlands?
Midlands.
North. Midlands. We return on loan to Nottingham Forest. 12 appearances, 2 goals. Stick around. Leeds goes on loan to Colchester. I love it. Goal, game, bang. Let's sign him up. Doesn't really continue. Maybe he does. Maybe his first 2 appearances are 2 goals, and then the following 16.
You've got to question that. Was it a 1-game loan? But yeah, many 1-game loans are there. So yeah, season at Colchester. I mean, we're on a kind of downward spiral here. Sorry to the other clubs. A year at Swindon, 41 appearances, 3 goals. 3 seasons at Sheffield Wednesday with a few loans out. So 6 appearances for Sheffield Wednesday, 3 goals. Scunthorpe and Coventry come calling. 13 appearances for Scunthorpe, 8 appearances for Coventry, no goals for them. 441 career league appearances, 25 league goals. Oh my, Dave. Any ideas?
I have got absolutely nothing here. So do you want to clear up for me Premier League career?
Southampton.
Yeah.
And Forest early. I think when Forest
really?
I think when were Forest in the Premier League? If not, it's only Southampton.
They were.
Yeah, I know Forest were in the Premier League, but I can't remember if they were 98, 2003. I focused on Southampton because that's where I remember him in the Premier League. And he played...
You remember in the Premier League? Southampton, yeah.
He played over 30 games in the Premier League for Southampton.
That is bleak. Okay, so we've got, I imagine...
Get his other stats from Wikipedia up so that I can tell you if you have questions.
Yeah, I am imagining you're going to struggle to cobble together anything in terms of international stats here, Dave.
I will put this out there straight away. Ross has got it, by the way. Off that wiki file. Ross has got it, and he's got it correct. So well done, Ross. And if I don't know if Josh is watching the video as well, so he'll see it in the comments. But
no, I'm not watching the video, so okay. You're right, yeah.
So international stats. Do you want international stats?
Please, yeah.
He is English, and he has made 0 appearances, 0 goals for the national team. But for the under-21s, 25 appearances, 0 goals. between 2000 and 2003, with his last under-21 cap coming as a Southampton player in the Premier League.
Okay, so he was definitely, yeah. I'm thinking fullback is where I'm at.
Do you want to go
centre-back
for the next clue?
Please, Dave, because I'm absolutely struggling here.
In Wikipedia, he is listed as midfielder. Now, I remember him as a right-sided, slightly more defensive midfielder.
A right-sided,
He's definitely
slightly
played
defensive midfielder.
on the wing, and he's definitely played at holding midfield, and I remember him more at holding midfield, but I'd say his biggest controversial moment was at right wing.
Yeah, no. Prutton?
David Prutton. Yeah, he's got it.
Prutton.
He's got it.
Yes.
So, David Prutton, who is there on the screen looking embarrassing when when you watch this back, boss, Josh, just skip to the bit about Dave Prutton and look at the photo I found. It's brilliant.
Okay. You mentioned a controversial moment. I've got something in my brain box of controversial moment, but
it was for Southampton against. He got sent off and didn't leave the field of play, and then got charged for it, and was arguing with the fourth official, the linesman, the ref, like manhandling the ref and things like that.
Head loss, went through his head loss. Yeah.
Yeah, pushed Alan Wiley over. I'm just catching up on Wikifiles now. On at least one occasion where that was done. So. But, the 2004-5 season was one to forget. Despite scoring 2 goals, one against European champions Liverpool, and playing 28 games in all competitions, following Southampton's home game with Arsenal on the 26th of February, Prutton was charged by the FA on 2 accounts for the events following his red card for a tackle on Robert Pires. The first was failure to leave the field promptly after his dismissal, and the second was, at least one occasion, the second charge relates to his threatening words and or behaviour towards a match official. Prutton was handed a 10-match ban, fined £6,000 after admitting the 2 charges of improper conduct. On the final day of the season, he came back for Southampton's game against Man United, where they needed to win to stay in the Premier League. They lost 2-1 and were relegated. Good job, Dave Prutton. Now, a commentator on Sky or something? David Prutton?
Well, it must be Championship stuff, because I don't remember seeing him.
Yeah, there you go. So, there you go then. Right. That is the wiki file for today. Well done, Josh. You got there in the end. What
did you? What led you to him? What?
What led me to him was that I looked at weirdly Scott Minto led me to him, right? But now I can't remember why I was looking at Scott Minto. I was looking. Someone came to my head who you had already picked for a wiki file, who is now a pundit, I think. And then it listed all the other Sky Sports pundits, and I went, "Oh, Scott Minto." Clicked on him,
that's why. You
and I don't think.
Some link.
Yeah, I don't think Scott Minto played enough in the Premier League. Oh,
God,
it was.
If you put Scott Minto in front of me, I'll be like, "Oh, God."
Do you know? I remember what it was. Paul Rideout is who I was looking at.
Oh, Rideout rule.
And yeah, I went to Rideout and I was like, "Oh, this wiki file is brilliant." And then I looked at who I was looking at and I was like, "He's got a whole fucking rule named after him." Excuse my language. Can't use him. And then that led me down. That took me into Sheffield. No, not Sheffield Wednesday. Whoever Scott Minto played for. And then I googled Scott Minto, and then that led me to other list of pundits, and I got David Prutton. Yeah. So.
Okay. Cool.
Scott Minto didn't last long presenting the Championship, did he? He's now doing La Liga and has done for years. So on Sky, yeah. Fun fact for you. So anyway,
no, a lot about Scott Minto. I've never heard someone mention Scott Minto so much.
Well, got a soft spot. He's a midget, isn't he? Scott Minto, isn't he really small?
No, I don't think so. I had him as a kind of. Do you know what came into my head? I had him like a kind of height of similar height as Christian Daly. You know, you standard measurement of height.
That's like how tall is Christian Daly? No, Christian Daly was really tall.
Scott Minto, I think. No, I think Christian Daly had a good leap on him. So Scott Minto.
Yeah.
We have at
5'9".
No, I don't. 5'9".
That's what I'm saying. Scott Minto is. Yeah.
Do you think what you think is somewhere with his height?
Yeah, on Wikipedia, it's got his height.
No, it hasn't got his height.
Yeah, it does. No, they don't know Scott Minto. He's so small they couldn't measure him. He's 3/4 of a Christian Daly. Is that what it says?
Yeah. So it has him. A different website has him at 5'10".
Yeah, I wasn't far off. That's smaller than me.
No, at all. No, yeah.
So.
Yeah. What height are you, Dave? So that people can get a barometer for heights.
Can you Google Christian Daly? No, I'm 5'11" and a bit, so I'm not quite 6 foot.
Oh.
Like sometimes I get measured in the doctors and I'm 6 foot. Some they call it 6 foot. Sometimes it's 5'11" and a half. So
you're not quite a Christian Daly. You're not quite Christian Daly height, Dave.
No. What are you?
Just over 6 foot.
Bollocks! Are you? Are you taller than me?
Yeah, I'm a tall guy. Mate.
Okay, yeah. Your dad's tall or was tall. So, how tall do you think David Prutton is?
David Prutton's got. He's that aggressive outburst, short man syndrome. He's got rocking like 5'7".
You're saying 5'7". How tall was Christian Daly?
No, that's too short. Christian Daly was 6 foot. Scott Minto was 5'10". I'm going a little bit shorter than Scott Minto. I'm going 5'9".
He's taller than Christian Daly.
Is he?
He's 6'1". Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's not, Dave.
Wikipedia, mate. It doesn't lie. That's where we get all our info from. Wikipedia doesn't lie. 6'1". 6'1".
David Thomas Michael Prutton, 6'1". Do you ever? I've done this before, and I come out. I think I come out as Sergio Ramos or Michael Carrick. There's kind of I look in. Because obviously in Football Manager you search by height and weight.
Yeah.
And I put my height and weight in 1986, same as me. 6 foot tall, same as me, and we have a similar weight. But clearly, he might have a little bit more muscle than me. Yeah. But yeah, basically, I'm Sergio Ramos.
Well, because of my weight now, I don't think they had anyone that would match me. And I say that loving my figure, loving my own figure. I've put on a bit of Tim. If I did it with my prime feet,
it's not quite the.
If I did it at prime peak weight, then I'd probably find a lot of players that are similar. Because I was quite the sportsman, Josh, as you know. So
I do know.
But yeah, good time. So you are Sergio Ramos, and there's no one can argue otherwise. So
no, absolutely, yeah, that's who I am.
So I saw a cracking photo of Sergio Ramos on I was watching back something like Euro 2004 or something, and there was a guy with a really shit ponytail, and I was like, who the fuck is that in this Spanish team? I couldn't get their face, language, and I couldn't like, it never showed his face. It was always like side on or at the back, and I was like, I just don't recognise anyone from that Spanish team who had a ponytail. Sergio Ramos looked like a complete see you next Tuesday.
He did love when he joined Real Madrid from Sevilla, he did have a lovely long flowing locks, didn't he? And
but he wore a hairband. I never remember him with a ponytail. That's the thing. I always know him with a hairband.
Yes, I'd say he rocked much more of a Juan Pablo Angel.
Yes,
than
he does, rather than an Andriy Voronin ponytail. So.
Oh yes, okay. Well, what ponytails we got? Not good ponytail. I mean, we obviously have Roberto Baggio ponytail. I'm going there. Premier League ponytails.
David Seaman.
Oh God. Robbie Savage.
Robbie Savage.
He ponytailed it? Yeah,
he must have ponytailed it. Yeah, he must have ponytailed it.
Ponytail back. See, and is it David Peacock? I want to say, or
Darren Peacock.
Darren Peacock.
Or was it? Well, Gavin Peacock was a Wikifile we did, who now turns out to be a Baptist.
I remember getting confused. No, Darren Peacock definitely had some flowing locks. Let's have a little.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got the long hair. Oh God! Oh, there we go. That is disgusting. That is. Lock your children up, crikey.
I mean, you need to see the photo I found of David Prutton.
Oh, he's got a ponytail. Oh yeah.
David Prutton doesn't have a ponytail, but that hair is incredible. So you could. I'll send you the photo after this. But right, Josh, we need to finish off the quiz. So
we do.
For those unaware, Josh will quickly go over the quiz again, just to recap, and I will try and finish it off.
So I posed Dave a question to name every non-British player to score 15 plus goals in their first ever Premier League campaign. And this kind of like shows how hard it is to bring in a big foreign player to score goals straight away. Because we must have like 25 people here across all the seasons, a foreign import to score the goals. Dave's done pretty well so far. There's a mere 6 outstanding. So we'll go back through. I'll list them through. So an Italian forward in the 96-97 season, a Colombian forward in the 98-99 season,
which I think
Spanish
I've got.
Forward.
I think I've because you said they've got the same club.
Okay. We have a Spanish player in the 12-13 season, a player from Ivory Coast in the 13-14 season, a Nigerian player 15-16, and a Spaniard in 16-17. So where do you want to start then, Dave?
I want to go Italy.
Italy, yes.
And I'm going to go Ravanelli for Derby.
Ravanelli.
Is it Derby or Middlesbrough?
No, it's Middlesbrough. Yeah.
But is
a weird transfer.
Is the Colombian striker for Derby?
The Colombian.
Oh, is
the
it?
Colombian striker is also because I didn't know that you were going to make the Derby mistake, Dave.
Because I had Paulo Wanchop
from Costa Rica.
From Costa Rica. Paulo Wanchop.
Kind of guy you want to have a barbecue.
Who the frig played up front for? What's his name?
I'll give you a song. I'll give you a beat of the musical. I think it goes something like do 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 do. That's it. That's all I got. His first name.
Is it a Shakespeare play? His first name. No, that's Hamlet. Is it like Hamlet though? Is it Hamilton Rickard?
Oh, it's Hamilton Rickard. Yeah.
I got there in the end.
Alexander Hamilton, the musical. Yeah.
Oh, I've never even heard of that. So.
What? Check out the soundtrack. I haven't seen it yet, but the soundtrack written by. No, because I know it's a really popular show, and it was on Broadway, and it came to West End. I haven't had a chance to see it, but the soundtrack's amazing. Written by Lin-Manuel Miranda. Check it out. Okay. But yeah, Alexander Hamilton. Oh, there's a outstanding song. Okay. Right, we'll move on. So that's your two Middlesbrough players, Dave.
Yeah.
Then we'll head over to Spain in 2012-13. Well, in England, or is it England? That was a clue. Didn't take it. Didn't notice it, people.
No, I have. I'm trying to think of his name. It's the Swansea striker who was really good, and now he's got a really bad knee injury and dropped down divisions quicker than anybody I think I've ever known. And his name was.
Bless you.
Not Nacho. He's
no, not Nacho.
That's Nacho name. Not Kiki. Oh my god, he had long hair.
What did I say? Keith. Yeah, Keith. Yeah.
Oh.
Begins with M.
Oh my god, this is killing me. This is absolutely.
We actually mentioned it. You won't remember this, but we mentioned this on the Drunken Quiz podcast because one of your friends from Bristol mentioned him or something like that. I think.
Yeah. It would have been Dan because he's a Swansea fan.
Meet you.
Do you know what as well? There's a club in Birmingham that I used to always go to as a student called Meet You. Oh, should have known that.
I didn't realise people had forgotten Meet You. Sorry, Meet You. So then we go to the player from the Ivory Coast, 13-14. And if you remember my earlier clue, you should get this easy.
Wilfred Bonny.
Wilfred Bonny, massive thighs.
Yeah. Also massive flop at Man City. Not talking about his ding dong.
Whoa.
Massive flop at City, wasn't he? How much did they pay for him?
I want to say 28.
Was it? Yeah. And then Swansea bought him back and got money off because they hadn't paid all the fee, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. That was I think a player, a Man City striker got injured in the winter. They bought him in January to try and plug a gap, and he did plug a gap, but not in the goal front.
Was he plugging a Dzeko gap, or did Dzeko bought after Wilfred Bonny arrived?
Don't know. Well, when did they win the league, Dave? Because Dzeko scored in the league run-in with the Aguero!
Yeah, all right.
What year was that?
Stop mentioning it.
What year was that?
I don't want to know. I've wiped it. All I've got from that day is that goal and Phil Jones's face etched in my memory. 2014 was that? 2015?
Well, rather than scrambling around, we'll go on to Nigerian player, I think. You should know him well, Dave. We've had a bet around this player, actually.
Fuck Igalo for Watford.
Yeah, Igalo's Watford season. Yeah, no wonder you bought him.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't bought him yet.
No, that's true, but we probably will because it's a get out clause, isn't it?
Why not?
And then what am I missing? Spain.
Player. Yeah.
And did you
also played?
Yeah, so I'm going to say Deulofeu. Oh no, because he played at Everton before Watford, so that was stupid, wasn't it?
No. No, it wasn't linked to the Nigerian. It was linked to your Spaniard and your Ivory Coast.
Oh.
Famous for scoring a goal with his hip
For Man City.
against Man City.
Against Man City for Swansea. No, for
No. Famous last year for scoring a goal with his hip for Tottenham Hotspur against Man City. This was for Swansea this season.
Who on earth did you loan out? Oh, you released him on a free transfer.
Yes, now playing for Napoli, is it? I think.
Yeah. Fernando Llorente.
Fernando Llorente. God, we really had to push you over the line there, Dave. Didn't
Yeah,
we?
I know.
That good work done early. He really had to kind of.
Those last
get
five,
out.
I struggled, man. I really struggled. Bloody hell. Oh, right. That's it. I've done the quiz. It's finished. So,
Yeah.
God.
Draw a line.
I'd say I took as long as that as you did over David Prutton, I'd probably say. So
You reckon?
No, but you had
I'm
to get
holding my
one
defiance,
person.
David Prutton.
A question has come in. If I can find it. I saw it
How
earlier.
tall is Wilfred Boney? Wilfred Boney's 6 foot.
Is he? I always thought he was taller. He's shorter than David Prutton.
I would like to see them line up because I don't believe it.
No. David Prutton's my new barometer. Christian Daly can fuck right off. On my language. I just can't stop swearing.
David Prutton's taller than me. Well, similar height to me. I don't believe it. I'm gonna have to watch videos now, old videos of David Prutton to see if he how he stands up.
On the topic of long hair, do we remember Gazza's long hair? I do not remember Gazza having long hair.
I don't remember Gazza's long hair. To be honest with you, unfortunately, I don't have that strong memories of Gazza.
Euro 96 is my memory of Gazza.
Basically, all I've got of Gazza is 96, and a little bit of Middlesbrough. Didn't he elbow someone at Middlesbrough and break his elbow? That's what I've got in my locker.
Now, I've got another memory of Gazza. Leaning out the window, pleading with Abel Xavier live on TV not to leave from Everton to Liverpool.
I mean, I've got another memory of Gazza, but it's not football related.
Go on.
It's got a fishing rod dressing gown and a bucket of chicken involved.
Was that a Raoul Moat? Yeah, it was Raoul Moat.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Right, we before we go on any more huge tangents, I think we'll end it there, Josh. Is that fair?
Fair
Right,
dues.
I've got one last question that people can leave in the comments. Their answers in the comments. You have to guess what football shirt Josh is wearing just from that collar and colour.
Yeah.
Because I think I got it pretty quickly when we started our Skype call.
Did.
And I didn't see the badge. I may have just seen just the top, but I think we'll see if anybody can guess.
Yeah, that's the badge. That's the sponsor.
Yeah,
The,
they won't be able to see that, Josh. But yeah, so they can
in
just.
case you caught any glimpse of it.
Oh, if they've caught a glimpse of it. Okay, yeah, so you've got to let us know down in the comments below. But if you want to catch up with our back catalogue, Josh, you just got to look interested now because you're going to be on screen. If you want to catch up on our back catalogue, then go and check out YouTube. There is over 90 episodes to catch up on, whether they're all on YouTube or not, I can't remember. Spotify, SoundCloud are all available as well. You can find us by searching for Football Talk, or if you're feeling brave, Michael Ballsack. And you can follow us on Twitter at Football Talk. But remember,
there's no A in football.
there's no A in football. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for those that have watched live. Thank you for all your comments. Leave them, keep them coming. Leave a like, subscribe, all that jazz. But for now, we're out. Cheers.